The mound in this one, Adrian Hauser. What should we keep an eye on here?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Francisco Lindor, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
That's a strike across the top of the zone. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Check swing, didn't go. 3 balls, 2 strikes. In the air, right field. Lee has a beat on it. And there's one down. Here's a Mets lineup now. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
Just getting started here in San Francisco. Oh, look at the stop. Fires to first, and very nicely done for the out.
Batting third baseman, Bo Bichette.
2 outs, base is empty. Bo Bichette up to the dish.
Ball 1.
And the 1-0. That's inside.
Ball.
Two down, nobody on. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Arise. Should have this one. And that is that. Now it's the Giants' turn. No score. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in San Francisco. And taking the ball for the Mets, Freddie Peralta. What do we need to know here?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
Willie Adames stands in. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1.
As a veteran out there on the ball, you're trying to establish both edges of the plate. Right here, he's working inside.
Just missed.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last two pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Rafael Devers.
And a foul ball. The 0-1. That one's upstairs, ball one.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
And a big swing and a miss. Pitch misses there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
Left fielder.
Now we take a peek at the Giants lineup. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and an outfielder is camped underneath it in front of the warning track.
Fastball for a strike.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
And that one upstairs, ball one.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Here's a 1-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. He set him up with the high fastball and then bury that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
Luis Ariz stands in. On the ground, right side. Simeon, toss over to first. And the inning is over. Scoreless after 1. Back here at Oracle Park. And now the Mets DH, Jorge Polanco.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Batting fifth, center fielder.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
One down. Right through there for a strike. Carl Dixon working the plate in this one.
You know, we often hear and talk about umpires being a pitcher's umpire, but Boog Dixon maybe a little bit more hitter-friendly than most. He's kind of tight on the corners, so we'll see if that comes into play at all in this one.
Just misses with that one.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
Got him. And there's one down.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Hey!
The 1-1. Man at first, one away. Swing and a miss at a slider. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Next one is off the plate, and the count's full. Payoff pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Three-two now. Swings and misses. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Now it's Marcus Semien.
Hey!
Second inning here, no score. And a foul ball. The 0-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom of the inning, and digging in for San Francisco, Matt Chapman.
Matt Chapman.
Peralta making his first start of the year, and he was born in the Dominican Republic.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
Ball.
And that one hammered and foul ball. That's the strikeout for Chappie.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch, tailing away from the hitter, lowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. I tell you what, that's a tremendous 2-strike pitch.
Yeah!
Here comes the 0-1. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. 0-2 now. Fights it off. He'll see another. Got him looking for the K. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
So here's Bader now. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Two down, nobody on. And that one fouled off. Outside low, ball 1.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
Here we go, Harrison. On the ground. And that's just foul. Just missed. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. And he strikes out the side here in the second. Giants go down quietly. We'll move to the third with no score. All set for the start of the inning. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez.
That's a ball. Ball.
Close, but called the ball. And it's 3-0. That one catches the corner for a strike. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Dives, but it falls. And now it looks like extra bases. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
Everything came together for him. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
That's a ball.
The Mets looking to strike first. We're here in the top half of inning number 3.
Ball. That's inside.
Swing and a ground ball. Tosses to first and one away in the top of the third.
Up next for the Mets, shortstop Francisco.
Back to the top of the Mets order. Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. Flied to right his first time. What a stop. Over to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
Up next for the Mets.
And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. That one fouled off. Man on second, 2 down. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Outside low, and the count is 1-2. Good job to fight that one off. Man at second. That one way inside.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Can't glove it cleanly. Still finds a way to get off a throw, and that'll do it. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Bottom of the inning. Now it's the Giants catcher, Patrick Bailey.
Patrick Bailey.
Ball 1.
Slides, but it gets by him.
Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Line drive, base hit. Robert hustles it back in, and 2 on now as they try to rally here.
I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
First and second, no outs. Willie Adames, the next Giant to hit. Swings through that one for strike 1. The 0-1. The shortstop takes the ball. And that is out of play. The Giants with a chance to score first here in the last half of the third. Foul ball still a 1-2 count.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
The 1-2. Swings and misses. Struck him out. And that is a big first out.
Way out in front of that inside pitch there. Just exactly the opposite kind of approach that you want with 2 strikes. You want to let the ball travel. Make sure you recognize it. Try to shorten up so that you can at least put the ball in play. Clearly fooled, but I think even more so, you question the 2-strike approach.
Just
off the plate,
missed.
ball 1.
Two on, 1 out. Oh, great stop. There's 1. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning.
Well, the second baseman made that one look easy. Great feed to the shortstop. Shortstop completes the play. They get out of a jam, and they end the inning.
Back here in San Francisco. Start of the 4th. Bo Bichette up now for the Mets.
Well, these Mets, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone.
Ball in.
You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
That one is upstairs.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Here's a 3-0.
Aye.
Out towards right center field. Can't get there, and it deflects off him. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
In the dirt. To second. Tag save at second. And good hustle to move up. That's a wild pitch.
Can't imagine he's too happy with that one on the mound. Just one pitch after giving up the single, he basically turns it into a double.
Man at second. In the air to left center. Bader on the move. He's got it. Runner tags at second, and he makes it up to third with one away.
Up next for the Mets, center fielder Luis Robert Jr.
That was an impressive run and catch out there, Chris. And StatCast tells us he covered well over 100 feet to make that grab.
Clearly, that was not an easy play. I mean, he took a great angle to the ball and just had enough closing speed in the tank after that long run to make the catch. It was a wild ride, but a lot of fun to watch.
Go ahead run on base. Luis Robert Jr. the next to hit. And that's fouled off.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
This one in the air center field. Bader settles under this one. Brings it in. Runner tags for home. Relay throw. Safe. And they take the lead.
Up next for the Mets, first baseman Mark Vientos.
He didn't want to give up that run, but he did. Got the fly ball, sac fly out. Now it's time to attack these other guys. Get your team back in the dugout.
2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4.
Ball 2.
And the slider just misses.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
That just missed. He walked him on 4 pitches.
Up next for the Mets, second baseman Marcus Semien.
Runner at first with 2 away. Here is Marcus Semien. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time.
Ball 1.
Squirts away a little bit. And there's a strike on the outside corner.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
In the dirt. Vientos, the runner at first with 2 gone. And that's a strikeout looking. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. A run, a hit, and a man left. We're midway in the 4th. It's the Mets 1 and the Giants nothing. Bottom of the fourth, and digging in for San Francisco, Elliot Ramos.
He's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Here's the 0-2. Ouch, that one drilled him. The throw is still in time. He keeps his composure, and they get the out. The comebacker got him down low, and you can really see him favoring the leg. That's his plant leg, which might be a concern, Chris.
Yeah, you hope he's got some feeling in that leg so he can land on it, like you said. But from the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay and try to continue, Boog.
Here's a high chopper. Vientos takes it himself. Already 2 gone here in the home fourth.
Third baseman, Matt Chapman.
Here's Matt Chapman. He was a strikeout victim his first time.
Come on, Chappie.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Nice grab. Throw to first, and that's a nice play to end the inning. Giants down in order. They trail here 1-0. New inning getting started, and stepping in for New York, Francisco Alvarez. To third, Chapman. Gets it to first. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Up next for the Mets, right fielder Tyrone Taylor.
That's a slider for a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Plays it on a bounce, and it eats him up. So the 1-out hit turns the lineup over.
When you go 0 for 5, 0 for 7, 0 for 8, it seems like an eternity, especially to start the season, because that's the one thing. Players want to get that first one out of the way so that they feel like, all right, I'm going to avoid this prolonged 0-fer to start the season and get into a slump.
Looked like a strike to me, and here comes the challenge. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep their remaining challenge. Ground ball right side, and it goes just foul. That one almost got him. And that skips in the dirt.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
Two now. In the dirt, but kept close. And a payoff pitch. Runner on the go. Gets a piece and stays alive. Three-two. So a walk puts runners at first and second.
Up next for the Mets, left fielder Juan Soto.
Big situation, and here comes the big bat of Juan Soto. He's grounded out a couple of times.
Ball.
Bullpen activity starting up now. Eric Miller, the left-hander, is getting that big fastball of his ready to go. Baraki, the power lefty, up as well. 2 on, 1 out. Oh, look at the stop. The feed for 1. What a double play that was. Inning over. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Mets 1 and the Giants nothing. We head to the bottom of the 5th, and digging in for San Francisco, Jung-Hoo Lee.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
0-1. That finds the mark on the inside corner.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
That's a
The
ball.
next pitch misses, and that is ball 1. Almost got him. Here's a 2-2.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
Payoff pitch. And he grounds 1 to the right side. Simeon throws to first in time, and the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th.
Center fielder, Harrison Bader.
Inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
The Giants trailing by a run, last half of inning number 5.
Aye.
That's in there. Going to count 1 and 2. Got him swinging for the K. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
Patrick Bailey, the next Giant to hit. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
Hey.
Two down, nobody on. On the ground to the left. Lindor on to first. Giants go in order. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Oracle Park. Close game here, and a chance now to look at a few highlights from this one.
Now pitching for
Left-hander out of the bullpen,
Number
Eric Miller.
68.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Ball
Nope,
one, no
that's a ball.
strikes. And
No,
another ball.
inside.
Activity in the bullpen. Matt Gage, a left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. And that drops in for a strike.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
Close,
ball
but
three.
called a ball. And now 3-1. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. So the call stands. No challenges left for them now. On the ground to third. Chapman over to first in time. Leadoff man retired in the
The
sixth.
designated hitter, Jorge Polanco.
The batter now, Jorge Polanco, 1 for 2.
Ball, that's in.
He swings and fouls one off. Here's a 1-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Up next for the Mets, center fielder, Luis Robert Jr.
High fly ball down the left field line. Way back there.
Down
And a
that
foul
ball.
ball.
Well, that's where you want to be right there. All over that first pitch fastball. Just a little too much hook on it. Straighten that thing out. You get to jog around the bases.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Liner to second and picked on the hop. Arise on to first. That ends the inning. Down in order go the Mets, but they still lead it 1-0. Bottom of the sixth,
Leading
and
off
digging in
the
for San
Giants.
Francisco, Casey Schmidt.
Well, these fans definitely want to get involved in the game. All it's going to take is to get the leadoff man or even a base runner on.
Aye.
Swing and a miss. 0-2.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to.
Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Strikeout number 8. Singy, here's a look at his pitch breakdown for the game.
Well, he's known for that four-seamer, Boog, and we've seen plenty of it from him today. You don't throw one pitch this much without having plenty of confidence in it. The results speak for themselves, and he probably won't want to change a thing.
Ball, that's inside.
High in the air, out to right. Taylor ranging back and makes the grab. 2 away.
Up next for the Giants, designated hitter.
Rafael Devers up to hit.
Devers.
Aye.
Outside
Nope,
with a
outside.
breaking ball. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Swings through that.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
And a 1-2. Just
That's
misses
outside.
the mark outside the zone. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And that is that. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here in San Francisco and stepping in for New York, Mark Vientos.
Ball.
The 1-0.
Hey.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Up next for the Mets.
Once you get the ball by the
Second baseman,
pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Misses
Oh,
just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. The 1-0.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
There goes the runner. In the air out to center. Arise after it. Can't get there, and now maybe extra bases. Throws to second. They take the force out. That's the first out at the top of the 7th.
Wow, this is one of those plays that happens sometimes, but it never really should. It seems like you just got a bad read on the ball, and the good throw from the outfield was perfect to get the out.
1 out man at first. Here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. The 0-1. Simeon leads off first with 1 away. That misses the
ball
zone, and it's 2-2. That one
Nope,
missing
that's
inside. Simeon runs. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swing and a miss. Struck him out at a slider, and there's 2 gone.
Well, Boog, I'll tell you, when he goes to look at the video of that pitch, he's going to want to punch himself. That slider had hit me written all over it, and clearly he just got a little too excited and was out in front. Tell you what, when you get a pitch like that, you cannot miss it. Those have a chance to go a long way.
Hey!
Step off throw to first. It's low and gets away. Oh, 1 now. And that one fouled off. That
Ball,
just
that's out.
misses. Ball 1. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. That's out number 3. Mets strand 1, but they're on top 1-0. Back here at Oracle Park and digging in for San Francisco, Elliot Ramos.
Ball! That pitch is out.
Looking to get the tying run on base.
Ball 2.
Action in the pen down there. Brooks Raley, the veteran southpaw, is getting ready to come on if needed. Razoban getting cranked up as well. Here's a 2-0. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so a great job there stepping up to the challenge. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
First offering, and it just misses.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Two and 0 to count. Here it comes.
Ball 3.
Just misses there.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boo.
In there, got him looking for the K.
No, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Now Matt Chapman at the plate. Chapman gets a piece there. And the 0-1.
Ball down.
The Mets holding on to a 1-run lead near the bottom of the 7th.
Ball, that's down.
Swing and a foul out of play. 2-2 now. Called out on strikes.
Up next for the Giants, right fielder, Jung-Hoo Lee.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. Been painting the corners, working on the edges and changing speeds. Just a difficult one. You tip your cap.
The 1-0.
Nope. Outside.
Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up.
Late swing, foul to the left. Slow ground ball to the right side. Makes a sliding stop. And that's a great play for the out. Still in total command on the mound with 7 shutout innings. Back after this on the show.
Now pitching for the
Welcome back,
Giants,
and a new arm on the
number
mound to start the
67,
8th. Keaton Wynn. Well, one-run game. Now it's the shortstop, Francisco Lindor. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Fastball, and he gets out of the way.
Not showing great command so far in this at bat. 2-0 count. He's got to execute here or this could get ugly.
Hit hard but foul off to the left. Just
That's
missed.
ball 3.
That one misses.
That pitch is in.
So a
Ball
leadoff
4.
walk.
Up next for the Mets, left fielder, Juan Soto.
Inside,
Signs
ball
of
1.
movement in the Giants bullpen. Ryan Barucki getting ready to go. Brubaker warming up as well.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
And now 1 and 2.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
The 1-2. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
2 strikes. Many times hitters looking out over the plate. When you're looking out over the plate, you're also going to let the ball travel a little bit longer. And a fastball zipped on the inside corner just locks you up.
Now here is Bo Bichette. 1 for 3. There's the strike.
Ball, that's low.
Wynn, the tall righty, 28 years old, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in Iowa. Lindor on the move. Ground ball left side and foul ball. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. One-two now. Spoils a two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Just off the outside part of the plate. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. No advance. Good job behind the dish.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count off at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Tap foul at the plate. Lindor off of first with 2 away. Lindor the move. Now he breaks his bat. Chapman on the run, sends it over to first. Wide throw, pulls him off the bag, and the inning still alive.
Well, Boog, it can be tough to get a good grip on the baseball when it's cold outside, and that's definitely the case right now here in the ballpark. Could have been something else, but I definitely know that feeling when your fingertips are numb and you really can't feel the baseball.
First and second, 2 outs. Luis Robert Jr. up now for the Mets.
Hey.
Two on, 2 outs. And that one is lifted in the air. Ramos under this one. And that's the 3rd out. 2 left for the Mets, but they hold a 1-0 lead.
Now pitching for the Mets.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Brooks Raley.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Leading off for the Giants, center fielder Harrison Bader.
That one finds the corner. Strike 1.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
Up the middle, Simeon. Jump throw across his body. On the money. Nice play.
Showed us right there why he's considered one of the best middle infielders in the sport. That's always a tough play going up the middle on the backhand, but what really made this play happen was that quick release, smooth exchange, and that was as smooth as it gets, and it had to be with the wheels going down the line.
Now it's going to be Patrick Bailey. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That one carrying, and it one-hops the wall. And the tying runs at second base with a double.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats.
Really important at bat coming up now.
So a change being made out at second, and pinch running for the Giants, Christian Koss. They want his wheels out there after the 1-out double. At the plate, Casey Schmidt. Pitch
No,
misses,
that's down.
and that's ball one. So the tying run at second. Right through there for a strike. And the count 1-2. Foul off the plate. They'll do it again. Tying run at second base. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. This one in the air, center field. Robert moving under it. 2 down.
Up next for the Giants, the shortstop, Willie Adames.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
Well, strike one is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
On the ground to third. Base hit around third. He scores to tie it up. In with a double, and the go-ahead runs at second with 2 out.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
Devers now 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. And that one fouled off. Man on second, 2 down. Ripped to short. They limit the damage here. Giants get a run on the RBI double. All even now at 1-1. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Daniel Susak, the new catcher now.
Catching, number 6, Daniel Susak. Leading off to the Mets, first baseman, Marcienko.
Yeah, you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
Swings through that one out in front that time. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Well, that's the effect of the splitter that you're looking for on the mound. Really nice pitch right there and had him out in front over the top. I'm sure the batter was thinking he was getting something else, perhaps a fastball with a little more straight and velo to it.
So up next for New York, Marcus Semien. And fouled off. Here comes the 0-1. And that one hit
inside.
97 on the gun.
Ball down.
All tied up here in the top of the ninth. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And he couldn't hold back. He's run up on strikes. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Keaton Wynn out of the game, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break. So they turn to their closer, Ryan Walker. Fouled off. He was late. That's a base hit. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Up next for the Mets.
And now the right fielder, Tyrone Taylor. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Breaking ball misses down and away. Two one now. Turned on, but foul wide of third. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, and that is that. Mets lead one. Score remains tied 1-1.
Now pitching for the
Back
Mets.
now as they hand the ball to a
43,
fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth. Huascar Brazoban.
Leading off for the Giants, left fielder, Elliot Ramos.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And it's 1-0. Stirring in the bullpen for the Mets. Devin Williams, the closer of the staff, is throwing.
Ball two. Hey!
And there's
Ball
a ball.
three.
Luis Arias in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And that's outside of his ball four, and he's on base. And now the winning run is on base.
second baseman.
So a change being made at first base. Giants go to a pinch runner. Number 56. A little more speed on the base paths now as he's the potential winning run. And here is Luis Arias. 0 for 3 in this one. And ball one. Quick toss to first, and he's back in there. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. That's a little bit low.
Down.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Winning run at first, nobody out. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Up the middle. He flips it to second in time. To first, double play. Nicely done.
He's so good at coming across the bag and snagging it with the bare hand to throw. I like the flair that he brings day in and day out.
Chapman gets a piece there. Trying to send this to extra innings. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
That misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Two down, nobody on. That's out to center field. Robert settles underneath it. And the inning is over. So no runs in the inning despite the leadoff walk, and that does it. 9 isn't enough to decide a winner. So we are off to extra innings. All tied 1-1. On to extra innings. Here's the Mets leadoff man, Francisco Lindor. Inside.
Ball, that's inside.
And that is ball 1.
Hey!
Man at second. That one ran inside, almost got him. Fights it off. He'll see another. swings and misses, struck him out.
Next to the net, left fielder, Juan Soto.
Ball
That's a
one,
ball.
no strikes. And
Ball
another
two.
ball.
Well, this is a little tough for the hitter. In the back of the mind, you're wondering with first base open, am I going to get a pitch to hit? Got to stay back. Let your hands work. Stay in the middle of the field.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Now one
Inside,
missed.
ball three.
Bo Bichette in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. The Mets with the go-ahead run standing at second here in extra innings. And ball four, two aboard.
Up next for the Mets, third baseman, Bo Bichette.
So up next for New York, Bo Bichette, known for his late inning heroics.
Maybe losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
Swing and a miss. And 1-1.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Swung on, belted. Carrying well. And it's into the bleachers. Out of here. He'll take a trot around the bases. And the Mets jump in front. It's 4-1.
Nothing better than hitting a home run to put your team out in front. He's enjoying a fun trip around the bases.
So, Singy, this is a little bit of a surprise. A guy known for line drives hits one over the fence.
Well, if you're a little too early, you'll get some elevation and the ball will get out of the ballpark. For him, it's kind of a mistake. But you know what? When you have such a good approach, every now and then you're going to run into one.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Ryan Walker won't go any further tonight. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for
On the mound now,
Giants,
Ryan
number
Borucki.
47, Ryan Borucki.
First offering way inside, almost got him. And the 1-0. This one in the air, center field. Bader on his way over, and there's 2 down.
Up next for the Mets, center fielder,
Luis Robert now. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Up next for the Mets, First baseman, Mark Bianco.
Robert on the go. Strike in there. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
2 outs is a great time to try to steal second, especially when you have a guy with some wheels on first. Defense probably knew it was coming, but figured we better focus on trying to get this hitter out.
Man on second, 2 down. Foul ball there. The 0-2. Check swing. Now a look down to first. And he won around. Not an easy call there, but that puts an end to the inning. Last chance to even things up. We head to the bottom of inning number 10. It's the Mets 4 and the Giants 1.
Now pitching for the
Back
Mets.
now, and on the mound, the closer, Devin
Devin
Williams. He comes in with a chance for his second. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Jung-Hoo Lee getting ready to hit. 0 for 3 with 2 ground outs and a strikeout.
It's so important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
The 0-2. And that's too high. The 1-2. Struck him out looking.
Well, not much you can argue with there as a hitter. That pitch was dotted on the inside corner of the plate. I think even if he swings the bat, it blows him up and not really able to do anything with it anyhow. I think if you see that early, then perhaps you can pull those hands a little bit tighter and get the fat part of the bat to it. But I'd say overall, you just have to tip the cap on that one. Great execution.
Williams. He's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts. In a tough spot like this, that is a big-time benefit. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Good job to fight that one off.
Now, as a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
That one almost got him. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Runner steals third, though they get the out on the dropped strike 3.
Nice job recovering to complete the strikeout at first base right there. Even though the runner from second does move up to third, it's not a big deal in this situation now that they're 2 outs. Just makes blocking pitches in the dirt to this next batter even more critical.
So it's their last chance in this one. And up next for San Francisco, Daniel Susak. That one close, ruled the ball. Ball 1. And another ball.
Ball 2.
Next pitch misses. 3 balls, no strikes.
Pressure mountain right here with the tying run and the on-deck circle. He's got to find the strike zone.
And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Up next for the Giants. First baseman.
It just shaved the zone. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. Line drive, and that's just foul. Williams is just one strike away. And ball 4 to a board.
Next to the challenge, first baseman, Casey Smith.
That's off the inside corner. Ball 1.
Well, an interesting situation. One swing, you can tie up the ball game. But if you're patient and work a walk, then you bring the game-winning run to the plate.
Tying run at the plate.
Hey!
High fly ball, right field. Taylor on the move. He puts it away, and that'll do it. The Mets claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
Well, this is a big win on the road and going extras into 10. So hard to pull those out, but I think this team did a great job of keeping the crowd out of the ball game late. When you can do that, it kind of calms everything down, keeps the adrenaline of the opposing team